it might be time to cue Biggie Smalls when it comes to this next player we're about to talk about. I'm going back to Kelly. You know, Lonzo Ball. Now, it's no secret that the Clippers have had interest in Lonzo Ball's services. I mean, recently saw the report with Shamstranya and Vlad TV talking about the Pelicans most likely not being able to bring back Lonzo Ball or match any significant offers. And we know that the Bulls, the Clippers, and the Knicks are all in position to possibly make a move for Lonzo Ball. But a familiar friend it seems to be behind the scenes in the works to try to bring back the young star that they thought that they once drafted. Yes, the Los Angeles Lakers are looking like they are possibly in the mix to bring back Lonzo Ball. Does Lonzo Ball end up back in LA? Do we reunite Lonzo and Kakus? I don't know. I just find this funny. I also find it to be pretty realistic and actually a pretty solid fit. Let's talk about it. What's going on, CKHoops? Boy, CK here, and welcome back to another video. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. Make sure you hit that follow button if you're watching over on Newsbreak. And also make sure that you join the Discord so you can be a part of these conversations every single day. We're talking about all the stuff every day. Games, sports, you know what it is. But Lonzo Ball, compared to popular belief, and you know, there are some people that still have a hard time believing in or liking the talents of Lonzo Ball, mainly because of this guy, who I don't really have a problem with. This guy, I don't think he's a problem, but there's still a lot of people that have their problems with Lonzo Ball. And compared to popular belief, I say this all the time, regardless of what the fans may think about this player, I try to tell people that he's very popular amongst the NBA, and we're seeing it right now because damn near any team and every team that needs a point guard is looking to throw some kind of money at Lonzo Ball in this offseason. Even a past champion, yes, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, we know the story about the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to Lonzo Ball because, well, Lonzo Ball is a pretty big part in the reason why the Los Angeles Lakers have a championship. Not because he played for the team, but because he was a part of the trade that landed them the big piece that got them their championship, Anthony Davis. And that team was flawless. You know, it worked out. You know, people are going to talk about, you know, it was being a bubble chip and blah, blah, blah. I don't get into that. A championship's a championship. Yes, there's no audience in the stand, whatever. Championship's a championship. If you want to continue the season, which we did, they won it. They won it. All right. Congratulations to you guys, you Laker fans. Get off my back and get off my property. With the Los Angeles Lakers, even if they were fully healthy, there's a lot of people that still believe that they still would have had a hard time going to the championship this year around. Yes and no. I feel like the Los Angeles Lakers did have themselves a solid team. Even if they came back healthy, I think they could have made a run. But one of the biggest glaring spots that they need to fill up is that point guard position. Funny enough, an old friend in Lonzo Ball could be a good fit for Los Angeles Lakers. I, as a Lonzo fan, don't want to see that happen, but strictly talking basketball, it could fit because the ball movement for the Los Angeles Lakers is, well, it's non-existent. It's not a real thing outside of when LeBron James is playing on the court. So to have a point guard like Lonzo Ball would be nice. And though in theory, you know, reading all these blogs and seeing, you know, some of these Laker fans really hoping to see Lonzo Ball come back, though in theory it could possibly happen, I just don't see that being likely. I see them going after more of a scoring point guard. I think that, you know, if they aren't able to get like a Damian Lillard or something like that, I do see them making a move to try and get Kemba Walker, hoping to restore Kemba Walker to his greatness. But then the question comes down to be, well, how will the Lakers be able to acquire Lonzo Ball if they don't have the cap for it? Because let's be real, the Lakers are strapped for cash right now, even though they're one of the richest organizations in the NBA. They're a bit strapped for cash when you're paying, well, two of the top 5 players in the NBA on one team, in Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So they have to be smart with their money. They still have some players on the books they're probably going to have to get rid of. But obviously, they're not going to just go into free agency, say, Lonzo, here, 18 mil, come. Like, they're not going to do that because they don't really have that to do, because then it's just going to be the 3 of them against the world because they ain't going to have a full roster. But what they can do is they could open back up business with the New Orleans Pelicans and be like, hey, you remember us? Yeah, don't worry about Anthony. He's doing great. There is still a possibility for a sign and trade deal that could help the Lakers get Lonzo on a smaller deal, as well as help the Pelicans get something out of the deal rather than just losing him in free agency, because like I mentioned, they would not be able to match some of these offers that the Knicks or the Bulls or even the Clippers would be able to throw money at him for. So there's a possibility of it. It just comes down to, is this really what the Lakers want to do. I honestly love the fit of Lonzo Ball and LeBron James. I feel like that wasn't talked about enough. I think the meme of Lonzo Ball became too big for anybody to really actually enjoy and see what was really going on with LeBron James and Lonzo Ball. There was some greatness that was there. I mean, to see two players get triple doubles on the same team was completely different. You're seeing Lonzo Ball be an extension of LeBron James when he's off the bench and in the playmaking standpoint and getting other people open. You know, the last time Kyle Kuzma was a solid player was when Lonzo Ball was on the team, whether that has to do with him or not. But I think when you have that extension of ball movement with the two players, and, you know, now with Lonzo being a shot maker, I think that ups the element for this team, especially on the defensive end for Frank Vogel, who is a defensive-minded coach. I think it's a move that works. Do I want it? No, because it's obvious where the hell I want him to go. But this is all theory. This is all fun. We could talk about it, but there's a lot that would have to go down. I mean, they still have some players that are on contract that they still owe a lot of money to. You know, Kuzma not being one of them, but they still have KCP for another year. If Harold picks up his player option, which a lot of people expect him not to, and they still have Marc Gasol. They have a lot of guys that are on contract that are going to have to give some money to. There's a lot of moving around that they would have to do to make this happen if they truly believe that they want Lonzo Ball. Again, I think this is all just a ha-ha-he fun time, like reunion conversation. I don't see it to really happen, but it could. Either way, Lonzo Ball is being eyed by a lot of teams. Now we're seeing other teams poke their heads out when it comes to Lonzo Ball, especially more so on the sign and trade route than signing up front, because like I said, those three teams, the Bulls, the Knicks, and the Clippers, are probably three of the only teams that can actually afford him up front for what he's going to be asked for. He's going to be getting anywhere between 18 to 20 mil, so it's going to be pretty pricey for a team to be able to just pick him up front. But a lot of these teams, I'm seeing Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the teams that might be in the race to go up there and sign and trade him. The Hornets to go partner him up with his brother. They'd be looking to make some sort of move for a sign and trade as well. Like, there's all these teams that have some sort of interest in Lonzo Ball because, like, whether you want to believe it or not, the kid is 23 years old and he is steadily improving every single year, going in the right direction. A lot of these players, whether you want to believe it or not, don't start out strong. They gradually get better, and Lonzo Ball is looking to be one of those guys. A guy that was, you know, shooting 33% from the three-point line in his rookie season, and now is shooting 39% from the three-point line, 100 and some odd threes up there in the top of the NBA this past season. A lot of that stuff is improving. You already know about the playmaking. You already know about the defense. So there's a lot of want for this kid, and I think it'd be a funny story if all this happens and the Lakers end up with Anthony Davis and Lonzo Ball. I think that'd be pretty funny. But keep the main thing. Zoda NY, you know what it is. But what do you guys think? Do you think Lonzo Ball makes his way back to the Lakers? Do you think this is all just hogwash and it's just a fun little ha-ha-hee story? What's your thoughts? Let me know where you think he lands. Let me know in the comments below. And there's Colin Sexton News. If you want to see that, you got to go over to my other channel, CK2K, where I talk about that in a little bit more depth. All right? If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. See you guys in the next one. Join the Discord. I'm out of here, and peace.